Sa World Remit, naiintindihan namin ang iyong paglalakbay. Na minsan, kailangan lumayo upang makamit ang tagumpay. With ways to save more, when you send more, World Remit is here for you, so you can be there for them.
Okay, nako, magandang hapon ho sa inyong lahat. Magandang mainit na hapon ho. Gabi na pala. Sorry. Nasanay kasi ako. Maliwanag pa ho dito. But anyway, good evening ho. It's 8 p.m. Well, 8:09 to be exact. Pero magandang gabi ho sa inyong lahat. It's Happy Thursday na naman. Siyempre. Ayan. At makakasama na naman ninyo yung pinakamamahal nating mga abogada. Nakakatuwa every Tuesday and every Thursday, no? May special treat ho tayo sa inyo dahil siyempre nakakasalamuha ho natin yung ating mga pinakamamahal na abogada. And it's fun, no? It's a social virtual bubble that we have, and we've been doing it for, let's just say 2 years, although 1 year, pero 2 years, last year and this year, no? So sabihin na natin 2 taon na natin yung ginagawa. So welcome ho sa ating program. Ako po si SONNY LARAGAN dito po sa Immigration Corner. At syempre, eto na, yung pinakamamahal natin. Eto, ako Diyos ko. Tanongin natin mo, kaya kanina nakikita ko medyo nagpapapaypay. Alamin natin bakit. But anyway, good evening. Magandang gabi sa ating pinakamamahal na abogada. Walang iba kundi si Attorney LIRA Simon CABATBAT. Attorney, magandang gabi sa iyo.
Hi, Sonny. Hi, everyone. No, happy Thursday po. No? How are you?
Well, I'm okay. Yeah, feeling warm. Kita mo, naka-t-shirt ako. Usually, I'd be wearing a polo shirt, no? Pero I don't know if you call this polo shirt, pero t-shirt na may collar. Yan. O, ikaw rin, ha? Very, very sexy ka ngayon, ha? Oh, yeah. Looks, yeah, I was thinking of wearing a plain t-shirt, pero sabi ko, pagka plain t-shirt lang ang disinuot ko, nako, hindi naman ako mabagay. Very dignified si attorney. Diba? So gusto ko lang maging very... parang light lang tayo today. Siyempre, ayan, no? Oh, it's nice. Oh, as always, how was your week from the last Thursday? We've been together. We were together on the program. Kumusta? Weekend until today.
Oh, well, okay. Mainly working. I think I said last week nga, no? Things are beginning to move, with the home office also in court. So it's really very, very busy nga at the moment. But I've been enjoying the weather, no? Weekend, it was quite nice to go out a little bit, no? Ngayon nga kanina nagpapaypay ako, no? Because it was so warm. Now I got out actually during the advert. I got out of my fan. So I have my fan here. So kung meron kayong naririnig, that's my fan. Ang init nga, no? Which is great, di ba?
Yes.
It's finally good weather. Huh?
We couldn't complain. Pag nanginginig naman tayo, di ba? Hirap na hirap tayo, no? So this is nice. It's really welcome. And in a way, no? Di ba? Nakakulong tayo for a long time. Hindi tayo masyadong makapag-socialize. But in a way, we equate sunshine to parang happiness, a happy disposition, di ba? Kasi pagka medyo yung miserable yung weather, medyo alam niyo na malungkot tayo. So somehow, it brightens up, it lightens up the mood, no? So yeah, sunshine. And there's a reason why a lot of British people love to go to the sunshiny areas, no? Di ba? Spain, Portugal, sa mga Greece. Yeah. Ano ba? Seychelles, mga ganyan. Seychelles. Ganyan yata pronunciation lang, no? Yung mga ano pa ba yung mga Spanish, Canaries, no? The Grand Canaries, di ba? O, di ba? Yeah, maganda eh. Pero dito, maganda rin. At least may summer tayo. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Wala ka na problema sa vaccine mo? Completely, vaccinated ka na?
Hindi pa. I have my vaccine, my second one nga, which is AstraZeneca, on 14th. So next Thursday, in fact, weekday. So it's... I'm so looking forward to it, Sonny. Ewan ko,
papunta pa lang?
Hindi pa tapos. Hindi pa. I was hoping, actually, to get an earlier appointment nga, no? problema nga lang, bago ka bigyan panibago, hopefully earlier, you have to
Okay.
cancel the one you have, no?
Oh.
Yeah, but I just didn't want to cancel it and risk the possibility na, okay, maybe
Oo.
I don't get one until the end of the month. I
Yes, tama.
just want to get it done, no? I
Okay,
mean,
yeah.
ikaw, kompleto ka na, no?
Yes, and Dana has completed hers as well.
No,
Sakit ng yung side effect niya, yung sakit ng ulo yata after after nung tapos uminom lang ng gamot, no.
Oh.
Pero sa akin wala, totally
Wala.
both first and the second, especially the second, nung in-injectionan ako, parang wala akong naramdaman. Ang galing siguro ng kamay nung sa akin. And even, I don't know if you experienced on the first one, na kung saan tinurukan, medyo may konting parang parang sore the following day. Parang ganon. Did you experience that?
Yeah, just a little bit lang naman eh.
A little bit. Pero
But
yung sa
yeah,
akin,
no, it was a bit sore.
pero yung
Ikaw,
second
wala?
ko, halos wala, attorney. Yung tinusukan the second time.
Wow.
I don't know if it was the person who injected me. Ang ganda, ang suabe. Oo.
That's really good, no?
May ka ba? May side effects ka ba ng una? Sa una mo? Wala.
No, yun nga, just slightly sore arm, but no, otherwise no, not so. So
okay.
hopefully, fingers crossed yun
Fingers
na rin.
crossed,
Yeah, did you have Astra or yung Pfizer?
Pfizer ako, Pfizer. Pfizer ang sa akin. Oh, both Pfizer. Yeah, kung saan yung isang viewer natin na si Emeline Rafael, yung mahilig mag all caps. Ayun, siya sa pareho kami ng lugar eh. Dahil nung nagpa-picture yata ako and I was showing on Facebook where I had mine, sasabi niya, dyan din na sa akin. So pareho kami, parang gano'n. So ayan,
Yeah, no, it's a good thing to do.
Yeah, wow, talaga, oo. Nice. Pagka summary ba, what does Attorney Lira does? What does she do? Ano bang usually mga activities mo ni attorney?
Oh, I mean, I like, I enjoy walking, no? At saka, when it's not too hot, especially the park, no? Malapit nga lang kami, yung piscina namin, malapit nga lang sa Richmond Park. So there's deer there, no? If it's good weather, it's quite nice to just go out, no? A bit of a cafe, diba, no?
Oh, yeah.
They have some nice restaurants there, just to be outside, and it's so nice na nga ngayon, no? I miss going outside and being able to eat also outside, or rather outside but inside, no?
Outside but inside, yeah,
so
you're
being
right.
able to eat, yeah. So actually that's what I've been doing every single day. This week I've been going to a cafe just because I missed it so much.
Oh, wow.
It's just to have something, coffee nga, no, okay, that until recently you could not, no? So so I missed that. Yeah, ikaw, ano ginawa mo?
And we went to Kent. During weekend. Sa Maidstone. It was my first time to go there. I've been to ano may sikat na yung may cathedral, Canterbury. Okay, I've been there. I've been Dover. There was about mga 2 weeks ago yata, we were in Dover, Folkestone, Canterbury for just a drive. It's very convenient going to Kent there. We went to Telford I don't know if you know where Telford is. It's closer to the nasa Shrewsbury. I don't know how Shrewsbury, malapit sa almost malapit na sa North Wales. So we did that. We went to Coventry, went to Nuneaton, just West Midlands. So we've been driving this past couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, just going around, Kasi nga hindi makapag-travel yung biyahe ko ng Spain, attorney, canceled na naman.
naman.
Yeah, so and siguro mga 4th, 5th cancellation na to. I don't know if, imagine mo if you were to, 'di ba sabi na they announced a green Portugal, green country, nasa green list. O di book agad yung mga tao. All of a sudden, Amber napilitang umuwi. Di ba nabalita mo yan na? It was a lot of hassle. Di ba? Coming back. Kararating na isang yung feature sa BBC. They just landed sila nung mabalita na yun nga, Friday of last week ba? Basta mag-ano na. Imagine they were trying to book another flight coming back on the day that they arrived. Wow. A little bit of hassle na yan, di ba? So yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully nga it gets, tingnan natin. Because I think is it the 21st ba of June, no? Sabi nga nila it could be, or could be not that the restrictions are lifted. Tingnan natin.
My feeling is it might be extended a bit siguro. My feeling lang, no, because parang yung yung siyempre parang hindi naman sentiment, but you can hear from government na they're not really that walang conviction na matatanggal on the 21st Parang let's give it about a week or two, parang ganun. For you, would you like it to be extended? Okay lang.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important for the economy to that we start, to introduce normality, but at the same time, I think it's they have to be careful with the data, because ultimately it's people's lives. So I think maybe an extension would not be a bad thing, muna, until to allow more people to be vaccinated. Because it's economically we'll continue to suffer, but people's health and lives are more important, of course, no?
Well, I know that's my feeling. I extend it for a couple of weeks. I don't mind, because if that would somehow be able to more or less, make it sure, parang yung safety natin because I know the economy would be affected, pero what is 2 weeks kung talagang as soon as we more or less, that has given us ample time to really be sure na pwede na tayo mag-open, at least tuloy-tuloy na, okay na, di ba? Rather than having go right now, open natin, and then later on mag-stop na naman tayo. So I think it's best to extend it a bit. Wag lang sobra. Siguro pwede na 2 weeks siguro, attorney. But I'm not a government expert. I'm not a scientist. Who am I to say now, 2 weeks lang, Pero for me, 21st is if it needs to be extended a bit. If you're talking of 3 months, that's crazy, Pero kung sabing 2 weeks lang, that's fine with me. I wouldn't mind it. Okay lang yan. Attorney, lagi tayo may contest dito. Sino una sa palagay mo? Na bumabati sa atin? It starts with the letter M.
M.
Kasi pag binigay ko yung surname, huli mo na kagad eh.
Okay.
Sige.
My initial reaction was Miss Paner. I don't know why, but of course that's not M. Miss.
Sorry. My apologies. I didn't give the letter of the surname. I gave the first name. Yun. Kasi if I gave you the letter of the last name, mauhulaan mo siguro eh. Okay?
M.
Sige. Letter M tayo, attorney. She usually goes... Sige. Tatlong hula. She usually goes with three, parang three. Parang ikaw, Lira, Simon, Kabatbat, parang ganyan. When she messages us, kumaga tatlo ang pangalan. Of course, first name.
Three names, ha?
Parang ako, Sonny De Leon Laragan, ganyan. Kapag kunyari, nag-message ako sa show natin, hi, Attorney Lira, kunyari, ibang host kunyari. Tapos gano'n, si Sonny De Leon Laragan. Ganun, parang gano'n. Parang ikaw, ang Simon ba surname ng mother mo?
Opo.
Yun. So gano'n. Yeah. Gano'n style niya. Parang
so,
gano'n.
No, not talaga. Immediately, then I thought, Mika, no? Of course, hindi nga. Dalawa nga lang yun. Okay, I give up. Sino?
Tama ka. Nung hinulaan mo, yung una. Tama ka.
Si Ma'am Carsola?
No. Hindi, yung sinabi mo kanina. Yung unang-una. May sinabi ka una eh. Yeah. Yes. Nga pa, hindi ko pa na-plus pala. Ito topic natin, deadline for EEA citizens, pero mamaya pa i-discuss ni attorney yan. Ayan ang ating dahil very relevant yan di ba? Maraming mga EEA citizens, lalo mga Pinoy, Yeah. Galing sa Spain, galing sa Italy, galing sa Belgium, ayan, So yan, mamaya yan. But in the meantime, because we have a little game lang, ayaw ko kung bakit yun ang naisip kaagad ni attorney,
Si Miss Paner. It's so very strange. No, believe us, so Sonny did not give me a hint, ha?
Hindi, wala tayo. This is purely a little game that we play. Hindi naman tayo mandadaya, Little game lang, Kaya lang, I was about to give you, it starts with the letter P sana, surname. Pero I know, it's a giveaway, I know na
Yeah,
hulaan mo
yeah.
kagad Miss Paner. O, di ba? So sabi ko,
Just very strange.
sabi ko, nung sinabi ko M, hindi ko kagad na-emphasize na it's the first name para kung para hindi ka, kasi giveaway yan eh. Pag sinabing letter P, sabi mo kagad Miss Paner. Imaginein mo, I just mentioned M, tapos sabi mo Paner na kagad kanina, di ba? Yung
Yeah.
before I clarified na the M is the first name. Ayun. So, as she goes by the
Sonny,
name
I think-
Marian Galicia Paner, di ba? Galicia.
Yun na nga. We've been together too long, you and I, I'm beginning to get, even through the screen, beginning to get your vibe, ha?
Yes. But alam mo, ako attorney hindi sa sabi mo, natutuwa ako, no? I have some viewers more 30 years ago, ha? Mga 40 years ago, when, huwag naman 40, masyado naman ako. But I started quite young sa broadcasting, and I had a lot of viewers and listeners who were my avid listeners and fans noong araw. And they're here. Andyan sila naglumilitaw-litaw. No? Nakakatuwa lang. So, ayan. We're having a lot of people. When I go to different barrio fiestas, hindi ko alam mo yon. There was a time, almost 80% of barrio fiestas in the whole of the UK, I would be the MC. So, I'd be MCing in New York, in Leeds, in Birmingham, you name it. I've been there. I was the MC. And lalapit sa akin, no? Sometimes you wouldn't see their names on Facebook, and yet they know the every story. Kunyari, for example, tayo, may na-meet ako, kunyari. They will tell us what we've discussed, what we've talked about, and that truly means that they really are watching because they can talk about the specifics, eh. Diba? Of what we've discussed on that particular night, or what happened. Ganon. Oh, so hindi, they cannot be bluffing you because it's true. Because they're trying to be specific with what they're saying. So, yun ang nakakatuwa doon. So anyway, yun nga sinasabi mo, we're touching them by way or the welcoming us sa kalantahanan, no? Attorney, basahin mo, attorney, ikaw nga, nahulaan mo eh.
So the lovely Miss Marian Galicia Paner, so sabi ko niya, hello po Kuya Sonny and Attorney Lira, at sa lahat, happy Thursday po, and stay safe and God bless us all.
Yeah, uy, maganda. God bless them. God bless Miss Panera. Hindi ko alam kung paborito ko ni... But do you know her personally? Have you meet her? Have you met her?
Miss Panera, it's no.
You don't know her. You don't know her from Eve.
Well, no. Well, I kind of do. Is the quick answer.
Oh, okay. Oh, sige, Miss Panera. Very good. At least, diba? Oo, mahal na mahal natin. Number 1 na biglang pumasok agad. Miss Panera, mabuhay ka.
Yeah, it's so nice, no? Every week kasama natin siya. So
yes.
It truly is. It's so lovely for you to join us, Miss Panera, and I'm so pleased that I guessed you, no?
Oh yeah, di ba? Wala naman tayong, it was just a game. And what do we ano ba sa English? Kinakapos ako na yun, baka magdugo ilong ko. What do we gain if we try to to cheat? Wala naman, di ba?
Oo nga.
It was just pure fun. Pinahulaan ko si attorney and it crushed your mind straight away. Very good. Well done, attorney. Ikaw rin, ha? Okay. Next greeting natin, attorney.
Of course, from Susan Francisco Batong Bakal. Good evening po, Kuya Sonia and Attorney Lira. Happy Thursday to all.
Oh, yeah. Alam mo, nakakatuwa yung surname yan because Batong Bakal is like a stone and iron o steel o ganyan, no? Batong Bakal.
Steel. Oo nga.
Kasi Tagalog na Tagalog, hindi katulad ng mga paner.
Yeah.
Kabatbat. Ang kabatbat ba Spanish ba? Is it a purely Filipino surname? Hindi naman siguro, no?
It's very Filipino. So it's
ang kabatbat?
Mainly I think from Kabatbat, Pangasinan, Laguna, ganon, no?
Really?
But I love the name. I love her name, Batong Bakal. It's just
Hindi, Batong Bakal, Batong Bakal. Meron kanta kasi, 'di ba? Ani Batong Bakal, 'di ba? Si okay. Susan, mabuhay ha. Ayan, nanalo yung kanyang mother ng 5,000 pesos ba? Nakalimutan ko lang magkano yung premyo sa Mother's Day.
Congrats.
Gumawa ako ng konti pa-contest dito. Okay, yan. Si May Tigbaw Vargas, attorney, yan.
Yes, of course. Yeah, May Tigbaw Vargas. Good evening, Sir Sonny and Attorney Lira. Happy Thursday, everybody. So, watching from Exeter, Devon. Hi, Miss Vargas. Yeah, hopefully it's nice and sunny there too, no? Devon's lovely.
Kita mo na yung kanyang photo. Look at the photo. Attorney, ha? Pero mukhang mainit yung suot niya, no? Parang yan yung winter time, no? Hindi ba?
I think that's winter. Yeah,
winter time, Speaking of the angel is here. Ayan. Ayan. Si, yung previous,
Of course, yeah. The lovely Emmeline
yes,
Rafael.
Emily Rafael.
Yeah, so good evening, Sonny and Attorney Lira. Happy Thursday to you both and everyone. Hi, Miss Rafael. Kamusta po?
Ayan.
Watching from High Barnet. Yeah.
Andiyan ka na naman?
Bumalik siya, no?
Oh, di ba kasi the husband of the friend passed away. So sinamahan niya. Bumalik the last time bumalik sa Wimbledon. Bakit na naman kaya? That's the question. Either nalungkot, natakot yung friend niya. So nagpasama uli siguro, no? But anyway, sasagot yan. Kung talaga nanonood yan, sasagot yan. Okay. All right. Ito si Mecca. Ito yung kala mo, no? Pwede rin kasi dalawang words lang, no? Dalawang names, no?
Yeah, Mecca Mika. Magandang gabi po si Sonny and Attorney Gandang Lira. Oh, I like it.
Oy.
Hi to everyone. Yeah. Watching as well. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, yeah.
Happy Thursday ho sa inyo, no? Mabuhay Mecca Mika, attorney ha, at Gandang Lira, no? Alam ko
yeah.
Wala pa yung ating mga yung may-ari, magiging may-ari ng restaurant balang araw. Wala pa yung ating mga kaibigan mula sa Northern Ireland, no? Abangan lang natin, no? Para sumama sa atin dito sa ating programa, sa ating palatuntunan. Paki-share lang ho, please share this program because this is actually for all of us, no? At and tell your friends to be with us, no? Pero ang kagandahan nito, attorney, we are watched all over the world, no? All over the UK, Devon, different parts of of the UK. At the same time, meron tayong we welcome them naman na manood sa atin. Hindi naman natin sila parang binapuera na nasa US ka, nasa Spain ka. Kamukha, di ba si Jen Martini, no? Tonic Martini, mahilig bumati sa atin from Spain, Alicante. Ayan. Attorney, ito may ayan. Taga saan yan, attorney?
Wow. Yeah, so Jing Duenas Gamboa Morse. So sabi po niya, hello, gandang gabi. Attorney Lira and Sonny. Hi from Manchester.
Kita mo,
wow,
Manchester.
Quite far, no?
Pero parang bago. Is it like a new name? Jing Duenas Gamboa Morse? Is it like somebody new who's...
Gamboa Morse, yeah. No, I think last week, no? I think last week.
Andiyan na ba siya last week?
Join us. No, I think so, yeah.
Jing,
yeah,
andiyan ka na ba last week? Pakisagot
yeah.
nga lang kung where you, parang we just feel na, may mga bagong viewers, then, welcome ho kayo, no? And if you tell your friends about it, you pass the word around, then fine, no? That's good, para ho sa ating lahat. So, Jing, ikaw ba'y first time or second time or, would like to know, no? Para, kita mo, ang ganda na sagot niya. Tama ako, attorney.
First time ba? Oh, hello, yes. Wow, okay.
Hello, yes.
Well, welcome, no?
Oo. Hindi kasi nga, ngayon ko lang nakita, parang it doesn't ring a bell, o parang hindi ko, parang hindi ba may familiarity ka, parang something new. So, welcome. Hindi ko naintindihan. Mukhang tama kaya attorney. Mukhang yatang magulo tayo. Yes, been watching you. Teka muna, Jing, yes or no? Yes. First time mo bang manood dito or have you watched the program before?
Yeah. So
attorney.
So anong sabi niya?
Ayan. Curious ka,
ha? Ako nga yun. In watching, pero now na ako nag-comment. Yeah.
Ayan ang tinatawag, attorney, na silent viewers. Ayan.
Yeah. No, I 2 weeks ago, I met some lovely family from Scotland, no?
Okay.
Scotland. And then, I'm from Scotland. So sabi niya, they said, they've been watching us from Scotland. So,
okay. Wow.
And they said, no, I mean, we've seen you. We enjoy Mr. Sonny, no, Sir Sonny, sabi nga, no? So they said, no, from Scotland. But good. Yeah, they didn't want to comment. No?
May ganyan, mga nahihiya. May mga nahihiya talaga. Ayan, sabi niya, talagang been watching. So, that's nice, di ba? Hindi porke ganyan lang akala mo, these are the usual names. There are people who are really quiet and silent and probably mustered the courage later on. Yung di ba? Parang ganun siguro, no? Ayan. So, thank you, Gina. It's nice to know that you've been always watching pala. And eventually, naglakas loob ka na to message us. But that's nice because it also, it's like an affirmation of what we're doing here, di ba? For you to really spend time with us and really watch us, even silently, that's something, no? That's something. I mean, di ba? You follow the show, di ba? So, salamat ha, salamat. O si Ma'am Cora naman, yan, mahal na mahal ko yan eh.
Yeah.
Mahal na mahal natin
yeah,
yan.
Yeah.
Teacher
Si
namin yan.
Manang Cora Carsola. Hello, Sir Sonny, Attorney Lira, NO. Maligayang gabi. Maligayang gabi po.
Happy Thursday kasi, kaya maligayang gabi sa kanya. Imbes sa magandang gabi, maligayang gabi. Sumagot si Emmeline Rafael. Ayan.
Yes, Mr. Professor. Yes, that's true, Sonny. Still here. Kasi,
Walang kasama. Walang kasama. Alam mo naman kasi.
Regards.
Ano siya? Bagets sa bagets, ha?
So sabi niya, so Attorney Lira, client mo daw itong friend ko, sila Mr. Rosita Floyd. Yes, if you remember, I do. Yeah.
If you remember them.
Yeah.
Ayun.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Kamusta po?
Okay, imagine mo yan, Dorney. Ha?
So long ago. But yeah,
siguro hindi na kayo
absolutely.
nagkita for a long time, and then by way of the show, tapos they were so proud to say, you were our lawyer. So, that's good.
Yeah.
No, nakakatuwa
I
naman.
remember them well. Yeah, no, nice family, no?
Teka ba na, Emmeline, ikaw ba umuwi? Parang hindi ba umuwi ka, tapos bumalik ka lang ngayon? Sabi niya, siguro baka yes, that's true. Siguro yung sinasabi ko na umuwi na siya, and then bumalik siya. But yeah, maganda ho. Ito yung nagkukumustahan na tayo. It's very nice. Okay. O siya nga ho pala, if you have any questions nga pala, immigration, pakipasok na ho na mas maaga-aga ho para nang sa ganun ay pag natapos ho tayo ng show, hindi ho yung papasok at masasayang yung question nyo. So as early as now, the next part of our program is si Attorney na ho will discuss yung topic natin for today, no, which is ano yung topic mga ulit ito, Attorney? Saan na ba yan? Ito. Ayan, deadline for EEA citizens. Baka tamaan ho kayo, baka kayo affected nito, no? It's best to listen, no? But in the meantime, we're gonna have a short break, no, Attorney? At pagbalik natin andito na kami, siyempre. Balik na ho kami.
Yeah.
Wag ho kayo aalis. Don't go away. Saglit po lamang.
Sa World Remit, naiintindihan namin ang iyong paglalakbay.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon, serbisyong mapagkakatiwalaan, serbisyong maaasahan pagdating sa inyong mga padalang balikbayan boxes. Dito ka na sa Forex Cargo. Sa presyong kayang-kaya ng bulsa, sigurado ka pa sa inyong padala. Forex Cargo. Dahil kailangan makarating. Call 0208-813-7064. O ano pang inaantay niyo mga kabayan? Tayo na sa Forex Cargo.
During these trying times, we salute the frontliners who are tirelessly caring for all of us against the COVID-19. To all the courageous nurses, doctors, carers, and paramedics at the NHS, words are not enough to thank you. We at Highlight Express International are here to support you back with a full semester 10% discount when you send your balikbayan boxes to your family in the Philippines. Dahil ang Highlight Express International ay para sa pamilya.
Sa World Remit, naiintindihan namin ang iyong paglalakbay. Na minsan, kailangan lumayo upang makamit ang tagumpay. With ways to save more, when you send more, World Remit is here for you, so you can be there for them.
Okay, tuloy-tuloy ho tayo sa ating palatuntunan. Ayan, no? Nag-commercial na kami. Nabis nyo na kagad si attorney. Okay. All right. Ako, attorney talaga nga naman, no? It's nice because we have friends. So, it's really nice. It's really humbling, no? That they are with us. Okay. Attorney, no? Ito na yun. Time na para i-discuss mo yung ating topic, no? Yung itong topic for today, something about EEA citizens. So, ayan. Okay. So, makinig na ho kayo, ha? Ito na ho si attorney at tatalakayin itong mga importante. Ano, mga paalala ba to, attorney? A reminder or
Yeah.
no? And to probably
So
to
it's,
expound on it. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, deadline. The deadline is coming up, no? Really, the 30th of June po. So we're 20 days away from the deadline, no?
Okay.
Itong for EEA or EU and inclusive of EU citizens, of course, no? So it's a topic that I think kung kailangan yung gawin, if it affects you, you need to take action now, no? 20 days to the deadline.
Okay. So ayan ho, attorney, take it away.
Okay. So ang pag-uusapan po natin ngayon as I say, yung deadline for EEA citizens. So this was something that pinag-usapan natin nga ito about a month ago, no? But it's certainly worth repeating and discussing again because the deadline, as I've said, for EEA citizens, and that includes, of course, EU citizens nga, is on the 30th of June. So, end of the month. So, we're now the 10th of June, so you have only 20 days to do something about it, yeah? And if you miss it, you have a problem. And that means that you may be considered an overstayer unless you're able to show that there is a reasonable reason why you missed the deadline. You will have a problem with your status nga in the UK. So, now, umpisa po ito. Unang question was the EU citizen in the UK before the 31st of December? So only at the end of the year. So kung nandito na nga kayo, dumating kayo before the 31st of December, then and you have either limited leave to remain, no, or indeed even permanent residence, yeah. If you have not yet applied under the EU settlement scheme, kailangan niyo pong gawin. And as I've said, the deadline is the 30th of June. So, who will be affected or who are affected? So, when I say EEA citizens, that includes also yung EU citizens and of course Swiss citizens. So, the people who are affected, so who's in the EU? They are, of course, Austria, Belgium, Bulgaria, Croatia, Republic of Cyprus, Czech Republic, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Hungary, Ireland, Italy, Latvia, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Malta, Netherlands, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Slovakia, Slovenia, Spain, and Sweden. And so that's the list of the EU countries nga. But on top of that, it's also for EEA citizens. So kailangan nating dagdag Iceland, Liechtenstein, and Norway. And of course, as I said, Swiss citizens. Now, however, if you're from Ireland, you don't need to worry. If you are the Irish citizen. Different though if you are a family member of an Irish citizen. So, if you are EEA, so if you're EU, if you're Swiss, kailangan nyo itong gawin. So, if you have not yet applied, nandito kayo nakatira, dumating kayo dito before the 30th of December, that means you need to make an application under the EU settlement scheme. Now, what type of application you make will depend really on how long you've been in the United Kingdom. So, if you've been in the UK less than 5 years, then application nyo po is pre-settled status ang tawag. If you've been in the United Kingdom for more than 5 years, no, generally, then it's for settlement ang pagpasok nyo. Basically, pre-settled means limited leave to remain. and settlement means indefinite leave to remain, no? So those are the type of applications that you would need to make. Bear in mind, kahit hindi nga kayo EU, but your family member of an EU citizen, dumating ka nga kayo dito before the 30th of December, dito kayo nakatira, gusto nyo dito pa rin tumuloy tumira, no? You also need to make an application again under the EU settlement scheme. So again, kung 5 years na kayo o lagpas na, it's settlement nga. If hindi pa kayo lagpas, then it's pre-settled status, which as I've said, equates to either indefinite leave to remain or limited leave to remain. Now, anong kailangan yung gawin? No? It's not the process is not so bad. So let me just take you through the process nga. So unang-una, as I've said, you need to make an application before the 30th of June 2021. Now, kailangan nyo, you need to prove your identity, of course, no? So you need a valid passport or valid national ID card. So there are some countries nga that they don't, they have both passport and ID. So for example, Germany, Italy. So you can use either one. Now, then you need to prove your residence in the United Kingdom. Kung nagtatrabaho kayo, no, that's easy enough when you have your national insurance number. So ang gagawin nila, kailangan yung gawin, you need to input your NI number. And then, ang gagawin nila, they will check out your NI number, no? And then, pagka nandun makikita nila, you've been in the UK for 5 years and you've been, say, working throughout that time, you don't need to actually give any more, no? And if you're EU. So they will be able to decide really on that if you're entitled to settled status or pre-settled status, no? Now, kung hindi nga sapat yung data from the NI, then they may ask you to submit additional documents. So they will ask you to submit additional documents. So it could be things like maybe if you are pay slips, but somehow it's not covered at the moment with your NI, or it could be tenancy agreement. So it could be bills to show nga that you have been in the United Kingdom, for example, for 5 years if you made an application, if you think you're entitled nga to settled status. Yung application po, it's submitted online, okay? So if you go on the government website, you'll see there's a link. So it's submitted online, there's no paper application, and there's no fee, no? Hindi nyo kailangan magbayad under the EU settlement scheme. Now, equally important, as I've said, is kung nandito ang pamilya nyo. So sabihin natin, Pinoy ka, no? You're married to, you are family member of your spouse, sabihin natin, of a Spanish national, no? Now, you both need to make the application, no? It's not enough that the Spanish national makes the application, kayong dalawa. And that, again, the type of application you're going to submit will depend very much on how long you've been here. So if you've not been in the United Kingdom for 5 years, then you make an application for pre-settled status. So kung yung asawa nyo, nandito siya over 5 years, then you will find he or she will have settled status, ikaw you have pre-settled status, no? Now, once you, however, accumulate nga, no, the additional, say sabihin natin 3 years ka pa nga lang dito, once you accumulate the additional 2 years later on, having been granted pre-settled, then you can make an application for settled status, no? So basically, what do you get granted? Settlement status under the EU settlement scheme mean, as I've said, indefinite leave to remain. So ibig sabihin, there's no longer any time limit as to the length of time you can remain in the United Kingdom. You will have, of course, the right to work, the right to study, and you do not need a separate permission, no? Now, the pre-settled status is equivalent to limited leave to remain, no? Under the immigration rules nga. Again, hindi nyo kailangan ng permission to work or to study. You don't need that separately. But yung visa nyo nga, matatapos in the limited amount of time. But once you have completed, as I've said, 5 years residence in the UK, then you can make an application nga for indefinite leave to remain, no? As soon as you've satisfied the 5-year separation. Now, pagka nakuha nyo na, so you've granted either pre-settled or settled status. And this is something to bear in mind because I've had this, people have expressed concerns about it. At the moment, pagka nakakuha kayo ng visa, di ba, bibigyan ka ng BRP. You don't have that, unfortunately, for something like this, no? So pre-settled or settled status. Hindi kayo bibigyan ng card, no? So sometimes people have said, well, in that case, no, fake yon, no? Dahil wala kang nakukuha, no? But it is actually how it's done. So it's an online application, and they will simply email you. Meron kayong reference, and that is what you need. So for employers, no, kung kailangan nilang checkin nga na meron kang status dito, they can make a check under the what's called employment checking service. No, again, that's an online service. So they just need to put in your reference, your special reference number, and your details should come up, and it will then say, yeah, meron kang status nga dito and pwede ka magtrabaho. No? So don't worry na hindi ka bibigyan nga ng card. So for my clients, ang ginagawa ko usually is I print out, so I do a print screen, no, of the reference, and then I also provide them a letter, no, a kind of general letter that they can provide to the employers nga o kaya landlord. So there I say, yes, it's been granted leave to remain in the UK under the EU settlement scheme, that there's no limit as to the type of employment they can take up. So it's an explanation letter. But don't worry, as I say, if you do not get nga a card, because you won't get a card. No? So I cannot emphasize enough po, no? Kailangan yung magpasok ng application. No? Just because you are, meron kang residency dito, if you're EU, unless you're British, or meron kang indefinite leave to remain, unless you have those things, or indeed if you're Irish and you're EU, then you need to make an application. Do not forget, because they're not going to write to you, basically. They're not going to say, oh, hindi ka pa nagpasok application, you should make an application. Now, it's your responsibility. Yeah? Ang ayaw yung mangyari nga is you find, the 1st of July, nakalimutan nyo, and then you're having to argue to the Home Office that you should be granted nga, nevertheless, leave to remain because you forgot, and this is the reason. Because they may say, well, that's not a good enough reason, and then you have a problem with your immigration. No? So please, 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 do not forget, to make the application. 30 June po, so today's the 10th of June, you only have 20 days, to make the application. So I can't emphasize enough how important it is to make the application. And it's online, as I've said, and there's even no fee for it. So make sure, put it this way, kung hindi kayo sigurado if you made the application or not, or someone's made the application for you, check it out, no? I'm happy to also just email you to say, yeah, that should be fine. But it's not a bad application. It's not such a difficult application now to make if you are within those categories. I mean, there are people who are in more complicated situations. But if you are EU nga, or family EU, nandito kayo before the 31st of December, hopefully it's not too difficult. But please do not forget, because it would be terrible if you find nga, 1st of July na your status is compromised. You don't want that. You have enough issues, I'm sure, with COVID to be dealing with. This is not something that you need as a problem. So don't forget, do it.
Okay, so ayan, attorney ha. Ayan. Okay. Yung pinag-uusapan natin, okay, ako mapapa-English ako. Nagre-request siya, sabi ni Jing Dueñas, attorney, nag-message si Jing Dueñas, pero baka dumugo ang ilong ko. Jing, kung mag-i-English ako rito, okay. I-translate mo na lang. Try to translate it to your hobby. What's the name of your hobby? Anong pangalan? Para batiin din natin, Jing. So we can say hello to your hobby. Okay. Sabi niya kasi, happy Attorney Lara. So, Sonny, pwede kong English. Asawa ko nakikinig, he is watching. Mr. Moores, how are you? And welcome to the program.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
We'll try to, more or less, you have to get the drift of what we're talking about, because I don't, for the benefit of all majority of the viewers who are actually Pinoys, pero wala namang problema. There's no problem. No? Most of the Pinoys naman, they do understand English naman, di ba? Dahil nandito na di ba? Wala namang problema ron. Ayan. But anyway, yes. Ito, pumasok na. Sabi ko sa'yo, babatiin ako din to. At dahil may bumati sa yung gandang lira, mababawi sa atin. Ayan, attorney yan.
Yeah, the lovely... so the Libro family. So sabi po niya, masayang gabi ng Huwebes po. lovely Attorney Lira, handsome Sir Sonny, and all viewers. Mabuhay from Belfast.
Yes,
Hello, Mr.
mabuhay.
Ligoho.
Oh, kamusta ang weather dyan, ano, Rudy? No? Mainit ba? Malamig? Ano bang lagay ng panahon? Di ba? Ganyan ang mga tanong. Ano? All right. Oh, there you are now. Oh, yan, attorney. Jing has
okay.
replied.
No worries, he understood.
Mr. Moores, good evening. Okay, here. Sabi niya, it's okay, I'm here translating. No worries, he understood. Very good. Okie dokie. All right. So, ito na yung ating sandali, magpapakilala lang ho tayo ng ating himpilan lang, no? Para ho sa inyong, para malaman lang ho ninyo kung anong stasyon ho kayo nanonood, no? Ito yung ating stasyon. Okay, ito po. Sandali po naman. Ayan, balik na ho tayo, attorney, no? Okay, attorney, meron tayong, Portsmouth. Wow, attorney, loka dato.
Nice.
Ayan. Ito. Asa na ba yan? Meron tayong which is the nicest thing about this program. We are, the whole of the UK.
Yeah.
Diba? Ayan, pakibasa na, attorney.
Yeah. So galing po to kay M. Yacht Grace. So Grace sabi niya, shout out watching from Portsmouth. Ang gandang picture niya. Look,
What's the picture?
looks sunny. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Meron
Okay.
siya,
M. Yacht.
Karga niya yung bata. So M.
M.
Yacht
Yacht.
Grace. So Grace.
Mabuhay kaya. Portsmouth, I love Portsmouth. It's very convenient from my place. From my place where I live, no? Malapit na kami sa A3 eh. And then you take the A3, it brings you all the way to Portsmouth, Southampton, Portsmouth. At meron sila sa Portsmouth, attorney na ano ba yan? Yung mga bumibili ka ng mga designer clothes, mga designer, mga outlets.
Oh.
Outlet. May outlet
yeah,
doon.
those designer outlets. Oo nga.
Oo, yan. Sa Portsmouth, meron yan. Ayan, oo. Portsmouth. Mabuhay yung mga taga Portsmouth, no? It used to be a naval base yata, di ba? Tama, if I'm not mistaken, no?
So, yeah.
Oo.
Yeah, and it's an old
Napunta ka na ba rin
port, no?
sa Portsmouth, attorney?
I've not had. Oh no, I was actually. No, I was once, but a long
Talaga?
time ago. So, but it was for a case. So I didn't see much of Portsmouth.
Hindi kasi meron sila doon
so,
parang yung spinnaker. Spinnaker, you can take the parang lift yun all the way till the tuktok eh. Ako may fear of heights ako. Ang feeling ko pag nasa tuktok ako ng anything, parang yumuyugyug eh. Parang parang sa Eiffel Tower, I couldn't endure it yung naglalakad, kumakapit ako sa side. Diba? Kasi because of my fear of heights, ang hirap eh. I look funny, and parang, so,
right.
Ayan, right. Uy, si Jing, we love Jing tonight. Sabi sa'yo, attorney, di ba? Bumawi ngayon because she's been a silent viewer and then finally, lumabas na. Naku, lalo siyang, ayan, Uy, si Grace, sabi niya, Jing, mabuhay ka. And Mr. Moores, lucky you.
Yes.
Si Mr. Moores.
Absolutely.
Mr. Moores is very lucky, to have Jing. Ayan. Yes, opo dito po sa town. Ayan, Spinnaker. Ayan, Spinnaker. Ayan, Spinnaker. Ayan. Uy, attorney. Nag-ano na sila. Ano ba pangalan to? Yung nagpapa-roll, yung kung sino-sino ng lugar sila. Ito.
Mm-hmm.
Ayan,
So nice.
Ibasa, attorney. Yan.
Galing po to kay Grace Raimonde Antoine, no? Hello, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. Happy Thursday night po sa inyo. Watching from Rochdale. Yeah, Lancashire. Wow.
Lancashire,
Thank
sa
you for
South,
watching,
sa
no?
Manchester, sa Midlands, sa Exeter, sa West. Lahat North, East, South, and West of the UK. Nanonood sa atin.
So nice.
So nice. That's very nice, no? Because of this program that we have. Okay, we're gonna be entertaining now yung mga, questions muna. No? Attorney, okay na tayo, no? Question time?
Yep. Please.
Okay, let's go for the question time. Okay. First question we have here tonight is ito. Something about, dapat mag-quiz tayo rito ng Life in the UK test, no? Minsan maganda rin yung mga questions.
Yeah.
We come up with a few just for fun. If we can't answer the question, hindi embarrassing, no? Okay lang yun. Okay, first question, attorney. Ayan.
Opo. So
Pakibasa,
galing po
attorney.
to kay Lily M. So sabi po niya, kung hindi ko po maipasa ang Life in the UK test, hindi po ba ako pwedeng maging permanent resident? Wala po bang ibang paraan para makapasa ng hindi nag-aaral? Salamat po.
O baka hindi baka
Okay.
hindi magpapakahirap siguro siya, parang gano'n. Ayun ang mahirapan. Attorney,
Yeah, no,
anong sagot
really,
natin diyan?
I'm with you there. Hindi nga to basta-basta yung life in the UK test, no? Yung English, tayo mga Pinoy, usually hindi nga yung problema. But the life in the UK is something else, no? Yun talagang kailangan yung pag-aralan. So I'm not surprised. Pero ang sagot ko, unfortunately, if you're not over the age of 65, no, and you do not have disabilities, yeah, then you unfortunately have to do the life in the UK. Wala pong exemption, no. So the good thing is, however many times na gusto mong kunin, hindi nga din problema. So if you're under 65, you have no disabilities, no way na bibigyan ka ng permanent resident unless you can pass the life in the UK test, no? So unfortunately, yun po. So either the choice is, if you anywhere near 65, wait. I certainly have had some clients na they couldn't be bothered to do the life in the UK and they were nearing 65 anyway, so naghintay na nga lang. Or if it's a health issue, then you can have a go at asking and hopefully obtaining an exemption. So yun po. He said no exemptions otherwise. Sorry, Lily.
Wala. Okay, so it's not over 65 ba sabi mo o 65? Over 65?
65. Yeah,
65 na. From 65, okay na. Pero not in parang in conjunction, hindi naman conjunction. Yung kasabay ba na 65 at may sakit, hindi gano'n, no?
Yeah.
Pwede kang
one
either,
or
no?
the other.
One or the other.
Yeah,
Okay,
one or the
alright.
other. Yeah, one or the other.
Attorney,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, yes. Balik lang ako doon sa ating before December 31st na kumuha ng di ba, yung mga nakapasok na rito from EU and Switzerland, di ba? Yun ang sinasabi mo yata kanina, di ba? So ang deadline nila is on the 30th, no, for them to apply online for a pre-settled status. Tama ba yan?
Hindi po. Yeah, ang deadline, so unang-una, ang first question really is, kailan kayo dumating dito, no? So, yung EU, and then, so yung EU national, dumating ba siya dito by the 31st of December 2020, no? Kung dumating ka dito after the 31st of December 2020, then you would not be entitled anyway. So that was the cut-off date, no? Anyone entering the United Kingdom after the 31st of December 2020, which was obviously nga last year, will not be able to make an application under the EU settlement scheme. Iba ng status nga nila, because that was the cut-off time. The deadline now po, as long as you enter the UK before the 31st of December 2020 nga, the next deadline you face is yung 30th of June, so in 20 days time, to change the status that you have to under the EU settlement scheme for either pre-settled, which is equivalent to the limited leave to remain, or for settled status, which is equivalent to indefinite leave to remain.
So before they can start applying, the June 30 that you were saying, linawin ko lang na, was for people who arrived after the 31st of December. Is that what hindi pa rin?
Hindi po. Yeah.
Oo, hindi.
No.
Okay.
So you need to have entered to benefit under the EU settlement scheme. You need to have entered the United Kingdom by the 31st of December
Yun, di ba?
2020.
Yung cut off,
Yeah.
di ba?
After that,
Wala na.
then you do not have the same status, no? You can't apply then to effectively permanently stay in the United Kingdom. So yung EU nga, ang trato sa kanila after the 31st of December, so by the 1st of January, would be like us. Unless you're Irish, for example.
Sabi mo, yung family member of Irish has a different treatment yata, ganun ba? Ano nga ulit? Could you mention that again for those especially who tuned in just now, no? Kasi mention mo, no? Parang ano yung family member of Irish, attorney?
So, kung Irish ka, you don't need to make an application
Yes,
under the
Irish.
EU settlement scheme, no? So, kung ang pamilya mo, no? So may pamilya ka family member, you married to an Irish citizen, sabihin natin, you do need to make an application under the EU settlement scheme. So even though they don't need to, you need to.
Okay, all right. So, fantastic. Okay, at least lumilinaw lang ho yan. Ako, kinaklaro ko lang.
No.
Okay, tinatanong ko lang.
No,
Okay. Attorney, we have a question here from, I think, from Franklin Cesar Agustin Baya. Okay, sandali lang. I-flash lang natin. Ayan. Yeah, Attorney, pakibasa nga.
Okay, galing po to kay Franklin Cesar Agustin Baya. So sabi po niya, Attorney, ask ko lang kung need pa bang mag-apply ng bagong British passport after the exit?
After the exit. Oh, siguro pa after the exit.
The exit.
Oh.
May passport may passport na kasi kami, pero yung luma po, no?
But not yet
I
expired.
see. So not yet expired. No, you don't need to, Franklin. So yung passport mo nga, kung hindi pa expired, it's okay. You don't need to. But of course, bago matatapos o pag matatapos na nga, then you need to make an application. So it doesn't matter if you have the older version, so not the blue version of the passport. Actually, I haven't seen so many of the blue versions, no? Yung bagong-bago. It looks quite smart.
Really? Meron na ba? Pwede na? Gusto ko magkaroon ng...
Yeah.
Pwede ba, Attorney,
I've seen only a few.
Before the expiration, for example, kasi 10-year visa tayo, 10-year visa, 10-year passport tayo, di ba? And if you wanted to export the new one, can you apply as early as... walang time yan, di ba? Pwede ba? Say you fancy the blue one. Can you apply even if it's 3 years pa or 4 years pa expiration?
Yeah, I know. I don't think there's a limitation when you can apply. But I mean, I think it's 80 pounds, and then the bother of doing it. So anyway, ako nga, it's I will miss the red passport.
The red one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I will miss it. I will miss it when it goes. But one of those things, diba?
Exactly. Yeah,
so yeah. Pero Franklin, hindi mo kailangan. So don't worry. So you don't need to get a new passport. You can just keep the one that you have, and pagka matatapos na din, you get the new blue one.
I had applied for my renewal of my passport. Ano yata? What do you call this? Diyan sa may malapit sa Victoria, Attorney? Victoria Station?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with it? Sa likod nun eh.
Yeah.
May home, hindi ko alam kung home office o passport application yon. Doon ako nag-apply ng what do you call this? Ng renewal ng aking passport, no? Ayun. Okay, si Vina Jude. Is this a new viewer? A new one? Vina, bago ka ba o matagal ka nang nanonood sa amin? Parang I don't know if it's my first time to encounter, kasi baka kamukha ni ni Jing Dueñas na, diba, biglang andyan pala nanonood tapos biglang nag-message, no? So mabuhay.
Yeah, hi Vina.
Oh, teka muna, she needs life in the UK? So baka hindi pa siya spouse to. So ano kaya, hindi pa siya, kasi kung if you need a life in the UK, so hindi pa siya British, diba? Tama ba yan?
Yeah, or it could also be that hindi pa siya indefinite, no? Kailangan mo yung life in the UK to apply for indefinite leave to remain, no? And you also need the English. But what the good thing is, kung ginawa mo na for the indefinite leave to remain, then you don't need to redo it for the British. You can use exactly the same documents nga.
So most likely, if you can glean it from this, no, she's probably taking this for her permanent residency. Doon na muna stage niya dahil once you've achieved that, nag-permanent resident ka na, and then the year after, tapos nag-test ka, hindi mo na kailangan ng life in the UK test. Parang automatic na yun, no? So
actually, in this case, so if you sabihin natin dumating ka dito as a spouse, no? If you're entering as a spouse, tapos you then get indefinite leave to remain on that basis, and you're married to a British citizen, a minimum of 3 years. So when you apply for indefinite leave to remain, sabihin natin ngayon, nakuha mo ngayon, and you of course have done your life in the UK and the English language, the B1 nga. Once you get it today, if you've been in the United Kingdom, if you're married to someone the British citizen for the minimum of 3 years, and of course you've been in the UK a total of 5 years by then, because the spouse visa you need 2.5 years and 2.5 years. You do not actually need to wait the usual 12 months, no, between indefinite leave to remain and the naturalization, so British passport. It's one of those, if you like, exemptions nga. So, pwede ka na magpasok ng application for naturalization as soon as you get indefinite leave to remain, so the following day.
Ganun ha? Oh, okay, following day po, pwede na. Okay. Alright. Merong si Marian Galicia Paner, yung ating first one who messaged us. Ayan, pakibasa, attorney.
Yeah, no, tama siya. So, galing po to kay Marian Galicia Paner. So, the life in the UK test is really difficult, no? But I'm glad na pasa ko na yung B1 test. Yeah, tama ka, Ms. Paner. At every so often when I check na the mock test, no, the life in the UK test, it's I'm lucky if I get 30% of the questions right. So clearly I would not pass it. No, it's that in the life in the UK test, it is not an easy thing. No, you need to truly studying up for it, and it's one that you need to you buy the book, no, and read it time and time again. And truly don't also be don't get too down if you don't pass first time. Most people I know pass third time, sometimes fourth, no, and some people take far longer nga than that. It's truly not easy. Tama ka, Ms. Paner. It's really not an easy test.
Parang ano yan parang yung sa driving, yung ano pangalan nito, yung theory, no? Theory exam, no? Minsan mahirap din, no?
Yeah.
Marami ding paulit-ulit sila, no? Totoo naman, because I took mine back in 2000, can't remember na kung 2000, kailan ba nag-start yan? 2005-4 yata nung kinuha ko? When did it start?
I don't know, because I took my test before the theory test, no? A long time ago, no?
No. We're talking about attorney, yung sa Life in the UK test.
Oh, the life in the UK. Yeah, I
when was this? Mga
also,
2005, 4? When did it start?
Yeah,
Would you remember?
It was early 2000. It may have been 2005 actually. When it was introduced.
When it was
introduced, definitely
oh.
after 2000. Yeah.
Ibang-iba na, no? Because I've had a look, no, at the books at saka ibang-iba na eh. Ibang-iba doon sa pinag-aralan ko. Yung pinag-aralan ko, ganyan lang kanipis, no? Pero ngayon, parang tumaba na yata ng konti. At marami na nasama. Yung mga aid, aid Mubarak, mga ganun eh. Parang wala yun dati sa akin eh. As far as I recall, no? Mas, feeling ko, mas dumami ngayon, mas mahirap. So tama ka, Miss Paner, no? Baka mas mahirap siguro, no? I remember, we were playing a little game about that yung mga tinatanong ko hindi nasasagot eh. Mga Briton na matagal na rito, no? Hindi nila masagot yan, no? Maski tayo rin, maski tanongin mo about Philippine history, hindi rin natin masasagot eh. Kaya kailangan mag-aral ka, pag-aralan nyo, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, si Franklin is thanking us. Si Franklin, ano pangalan niya? Franklin Cesar Agustin Baya. Yan.
You're welcome.
Oo. Sabi ni Jing Dueñas, friend ko si Vina Jude. Ayun.
Okay. So fun.
Oh, good. At least they're telling their friends about it. They're inviting their friends about it to watch us, no? And nilinaw niya, attorney. Ayan, pakibasa, nilinaw niya.
So okay. So British na ako. Okay. Sagot ko nga lang sa tanong yung about the life in the UK. Sabi ko needed. Tama ka. Yeah, Jing, yung nga. So definitely needed. Yeah, unfortunately.
Ayun, kita mo, na-share daw niya. Na-share ko kasi Attorney Lira, Sonny, Vanessa Gamboa, lagi kang
laging nakikinig.
Nakinig ka. Where are you? This info is helpful for you. Ayun.
Okay.
It's pakibasa, Attorney, if you can read that, no?
So, galing po to kay Jing ulit, no? Jing Duenas Gamboa more. So, it's not difficult. Read and study well the book. Life in the UK. Just take important notice on special dates, special events. Read, you're right.
Memorize if possible kasi multiple choice naman madali. Ayun, sabi niya multiple choice. Okay.
Yeah, you know, I find multiple choice harder actually. I find it's
Kasi
I
kung di
would
mo alam,
prefer
wala na eh.
saying
Kung
nga,
hindi mo alam, wala na eh. Kasi
yeah,
hindi ka, kung
yun na nga.
i-essay mo yan, di ba, pwede pa, no? Makapag-reason out ka. No? Pero, yeah, you're right. If you don't know it, you don't know it. So you all have to do is really read it, no? Memorize, special events, read it, ganyan, no? Mga dates. Yan, okay. Ignat pala yung family name pala. Ignat, sabi niya. I'm messaging Vanessa Gamboa, Ignat friend ko. Ano, Ignat family name. Ignat family name. Okay. All right. Yeah, well, thank you, Jing. Okay, kita mo naman, from a silent viewer to a very, ano ba yan, prolific. Parang naging prolific. Parang writer na, masipag na. Okay.
That's so nice.
That's so nice. Yes. Okay. Attorney, meron tayong, okay. All right. Ito, next question natin, attorney. Ayan, ito. Pakibasa lang.
Okay, galing po to kay Lita R. So, hello po, Attorney Lira. Bagong viewer po ako sa show ninyo. Gusto ko lang pong malaman kung pwede po ba akong magparehistro sa GP kahit TNT po ako. Look, Lita, that's such a good question, especially at the moment yung COVID nga, no? So a quick answer is absolutely, pwede ka mag-register, no? The reason is this. What's called primary care, no? So GP, that's lang una mo makikita. And emergency, no? So kung ma-aksidente ka nga, yeah? Those are, if you like, it allows you to access the NHS care, no? So absolutely, you can register nga with a GP. They will only refuse you kung wala silang capacity, no? So yung nga lang, they would want to see potentially some kind of ID. Although at the moment, I do know of some GPs who are not even asking for IDs because they're quite keen to register people nga yung for COVID. And of course, there's no charge nga. So Lita, huwag ka matakot, register, no? And it's probably best also to register now while they're still being quite keen and quite kind about the registration nga, rather than later on. So register and get your vaccines kung hindi pa. That's the problem. If you're not registered with the GP, it's likely na wala kang, hindi mo makukuha yung vaccine. So register and register now. Tama ka.
Okay, so wag siya matakot. And people who are in the same boat, no, same situation, same predicament, wag matakot, no. Kasi we had last etong Monday sa Immigration Corner, embassy nating kaibigan mo. I'm sorry. Embassy nating kaibigan mo na and we had France. Just sa France, actually, attorney, walang problema mga TNT ron. Talagang merong silang nalalapitan na pupuntahan in case magkasakit or anything happens to them, no? Medically, no? Sabihin na natin. Yun, walang problema ron. Pero dito, are you saying this because medyo kasi merong problema sa COVID at parang mas maluwag? Pero say walang COVID, before COVID, how was the situation? Can anyone, a TNT, a guy who's overstayed, or a guy or whoever, babae, lalaki, na nag-overstay na, they can just go in a GP and register?
Yes. Yes, no,
pwede.
absolutely.
Really,
yeah, no, even before nga COVID, because they distinguish between primary care and secondary care, no? GP, sila nga ang una, and also emergency services, they're called primary care. That you have access to NHS, so free NHS care as regards nga primary care. So absolutely, kung matatapos ng visa mo, o tapos na yung visa mo, paso na yung visa mo, o may visa ka pa, no? You can register with the GP. Yung nga lang, as long as they of course have capacity. So if they say, oh, we can't register you because wala kang visa, they would be wrong, no?
Really, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, no, absolutely, they would be wrong. So do register.
Can you say na somebody, for example, who has arrived here on a tourist visa, can they say 2 months after, can they walk in a GP? Hindi naman po pwede.
Well, you can, especially now for so put it this way, if you need nga GP care, no, that you worried maybe you even have COVID, no, even if you're tourist, you can, if you wala kung paso ng visa mo, you can you can register nga, you can because it's primary care, no, so you can absolutely
So
register.
pwede. As long as hindi aabot sa hospital, you cannot be. So the doctor is aware, the GP is aware that okay, fine. As at the first step, you primary care, primary. Ano ba, is that how you call it? Primary care attorney.
Tama.
So for example, merong it needs more intensive or more siguro parang it has to be probed more, and then you will now be kailangan mo mas sobra na specialization or specialty. They cannot refer you to a hospital, ganun, a consultant? Hindi pa pwede, no?
They can refer you. Ang problema nga lang, it's not you will not be able to access NHS care. So as soon as it moves from primary care, no, so it becomes secondary care, no, sabihin natin you referred to consultant nga, so it's not an emergency, you have to pay. No?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. You were about to add something. I was about to just.
Well,
ask,
I mean, in this similar, so linked to that, I had a number of inquiries. So what happens nga if you make an application? Sabihin natin, nagpasok ka ng application, the application is still pending. You paid the IHS, yeah, yung surcharge nga, that's your contribution to the NHS, which at the moment is calculated at £600 per year. Which means kung 2.5 years ang gusto mo kunin, then you're paying £1,600, a little bit over actually. So, so the question was, if you paid your IHS, no, can you then access nga the NHS for secondary care? So the answer to that is not until you've been granted a visa. So kahit nagbayad nga kayo ng IHS, no, it doesn't mean that you can then access secondary care on NHS. You need to still be granted the visa. At the same time, sabihin natin na na-refuse yung application nyo, you should then get a refund of the IHS surcharge na binayad nyo. They won't give you the refund of the home office fee, but you should get the refund, a full refund actually, of the IHS, the surcharge na binayad nyo.
I'm not on the same page, attorney. Ano sabi mo? If you apply for a visa of what?
So anything really. So sabihin natin, paso ng visa mo, no, overstayer ka na.
For example, on a visitor's visa, ganun? Okay.
So anything really. So sabihin natin,
right. Okay.
You make an application nga for a visa, but that you don't have a visa anymore, sabihin natin, no? You make an application to regularize your stay. Then you paid on top of the home office fee, the IHS surcharge. So one question that I had, or actually a few times now, is kung nagbayad ka ng IHS, does that mean you can then go to hospital and access secondary care? So hindi po emergency. So the answer to that is no, as in you need to pay for secondary care until you get the visa. So if you pay and then you get the visa, then hindi nga yung problema, but you do need the visa. So paying the IHS on its own will not entitle you to secondary care under the NHS.
Sabi mo, any visa, no? Tourist visa, for example, a visitor's visa. Ang visitor's visa ba that they ask you to pay IHS?
No. No. So
No.
pagka pumasok ka dito, if it's less than, no, you don't need to pay.
You don't need to pay, but you're entitled for primary care in case you need to.
So you would be you can obtain primary care. I mean, the reasoning behind it is sabihin natin someone arrives on a visit visa, no, and they are they're having heart, palpitations, no, or indeed they in the case at the moment, no, they have COVID, say, symptoms or any kind of health concerns. They don't want you to they don't want you simply to ignore it. So they're encouraging you actually, especially if it's something that is COVID, TB, anything like that, they're encouraging you actually to see a GP. So you could, but as I say, and it's a great thing actually for the UK to do, that they're caring for you even though you don't have a permanent visa nga dito, which is very unlike other countries.
I remember.
So
go ahead. Sorry.
So the answer, Lita, TNT ka, register anyway, and you really should.
Many years ago, it was featured on the telly, telly host. Pasensya na doon sa mga Pinoy, telly, sabi ko dito kasi sa UK, hindi TV kundi telly. But yeah, so telly is a TV, there's a GP yata sa Hounslow yata yun. Hindi ko alam kung Ealing o Hounslow, na they have a patient there na lahat na yata na sakit ng lahat na klase na sakit nasa kanya na. It turned out that name, that person, that identity was being used by many, kunyari, parang Indian yata or something. They were using that identity para lang makita yung doktor, At so lahat yata na sakit na doon, And plus, they say, for example, di ba yung mga Africans halimbawa, o kaya hindi mo makilala kung sino sila Minsan pare-pareho mukha nila. Kaya they can use one name and be different people and be using one name, nangyayari yun In fact, I have a friend na African siya, taga Ghana. Sabi niya ganun ang ginagawa daw ng mga karamihan mga itim yata na yun dahil hindi na makilala So pupunta sa doktor, nagpapalit-palit lang sila ng tao, Ganun. And sometimes hindi rin naman siguro kabisado din ng mga staff sa mga GP surgeries, Yung mga tao, yung particular, yung mga mukha nila. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, don't do that. No, it's a quick answer because talaga you're then that's deception, that's fraud, So huwag yung gawin. Anyway, you can register, So
sinabanggit ko lang yan mga kaibigan. Pero sabi ni attorney, you can. So okay lang yan. Nabanggit ko lang kasi many years ago kasi nga, 'di ba? Takot na baka when you haven't got the right advice, Hindi mo alam kung paano kang lilitaw o kung paano you're sick at Hindi mo alam anong gagawin mo dahil TNT ka nga, But somehow, by watching the program dito, maski paano meron kayong konting information na nakukuha siguro, a little thing, maski paano, that goes a long way, especially yung mga ganyang bagay. Attorney, may tanong tayo from our viewers, may tanong tayo from Lala Cadelina. Ganda ng pangalan niya, Lala Cadelina. So teka muna, asa na ba 'yon? Hanapin natin yung kanilang tanong, Ayan, basahin mo lang yung part lang na mababasa mo. Tutuloy ko, attorney.
Okay, so galing po ito kay Lala Cadelina. Happy watching po, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. May uncle ako, married to Filipino-British citizen.
Okay.
Came to UK at 65 years old. So he became British ba? Sabi doon?
He became British citizen din. Since he didn't work here, he have no contribution sa government. The wife died, so siya ang beneficiary ng pension ni wife. Question ko po, kung in case gusto niyang umuwi na sa Pinas for good, pwede niya bang ma-receive at i-transfer ang pension na na-receive niya kay wife sa Pinas? Thank you po. Have you got any idea dito, attorney?
British na nga din.
Lalaki to siguro yung uncle niya, no? Oo.
Okay, so yung uncle niya
nag-asawa ng Pinay na British citizen.
Oo. Tapos
65 years old when he arrived. 65 years, sorry?
65 na siya. So 65 na siya.
So he became British citizen din. Since he didn't work here, he have no contribution sa government. Wife died, so siya ang beneficiary ng pension ni wife. Yung question niya is kung gusto nang umuwi ng uncle niya sa Pinas for good, pwede ba niya ma-receive at i-transfer ang pensions na na-receive niya kay wife sa Pinas? Thank you po. Palagi ko pwede yata. Hindi ko alam kasi meron akong mga kilala mga Briton nakatira na sa Spain and they receive their pensions. Hindi ko alam.
Yeah.
I don't know what attorney is.
Yung nga lang, just be careful that if it's state pension, so if you're looking at private pension, there's no reason why not. No?
Why not? Okay.
But state pension, I mean, pension state, public state pension is not it's not my field, no. So I don't think you can actually transfer effectively yung pension mo, no, your state pension nga to your spouse. I think that would then die with you, as I understand it. Pero kung private pension, there's no reason why not.
Teka muna, beneficiary siya, attorney. So, ibig sabihin, nakakatanggap siya ng pension ng wife niya. Beneficiary ng pension.
Yeah, so it's probably, I would imagine, a private pension nga.
Is it a private? Okay, a private pension. Kung private pension, walang problema. You can be anywhere in the world yata, no? Tanggapin mo. Pero kung state pension, sabi mo, it dies. Ang state pension ba, pag namatay yung tao, wala na? Hindi na pwede ipasok sa spouse?
You know, I'm not sure is the quick answer
diba?
nga.
So,
but
okay,
I don't
Sige,
think nga that's something that pwede mo ipamana, no? Because also it doesn't necessarily make sense na pwede mo ipamana.
Ayan, oo. Yes. Anong date ba ngayon? 10 pa lang ngayon. Ito, sabi ni Lala Cadilina, state pension po. Ayan. Pero,
pension. Lala, gawin natin to. You pique my interest, ha? Ang gagawin ko, and this just shows how great this show is, no, Sonny? I will look it up for you, no? After nga the show. So, state pension, can it be, I'm just making a note, no? State pension, can it be passed on? Yeah? So, Lala, yung email ko, no? If you email me yung email mo, I will give you the answer. Can it be passed on? So, right after, because now I'm actually very, very curious kung ano nga ang sagot. So, I will look it up and I will pass it on to you.
Ayan. Ayan, narinig mo, ha? Lala Cadilina. Ganda naman ang pangalan niya, parang Lala Cadilina. Parang pwedeng gawing kanta. It rhymes, no? Lala Cadilina. Yeah. Alright. Oy, yung ating si Mr. Duway, si Edgar, mukhang andyan na siya, nagparamdam lang.
Yeah, I was just going to say, where are the Duways, no? So, Edgar Duway. So, magandang gabi, Attorney Elsie and legendary Sonny Laragan at sa lahat ng panood. Happy Philippine Independence Day sa Sabado, of course.
Yes, oo nga pala, Sabado na. Oh, yes, Happy Independence Day. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
may tanong siya, pero hindi to immigration corner. It's more of a holiday question.
Yeah, pwede ba mamasyal sa Italy? Okay, atat na ako umalis ng Derby. Okay.
Yan ang Filipino slang.
I don't know.
Slang,
Is Italy on the amber list or green? I don't think it's green. No, I know Portugal recently was removed from green.
From the green to
So I don't actually know if Italy is on the amber or green. I think it could be that they're on amber. No, not many countries are on the green list.
Okay. Hindi ko alam. Siguro, most likely, I don't want to say, no, pero Spain, Italy in May 22nd story pa to pero Spain, Italy, Greece, and France won't make the green list, but that was a May 22 story that I'm looking at, no. So ayan, okay, ayan, kita mo, sagot kagad, ganun kagad talaga nanonood.
Okay, yeah, ako po, Attorney, yeah, so email ko po kayo kagad, no. Agad, thanks so much. God bless you. Yeah. No, please do email me because I'm curious now also.
Okay. If you don't get it, if you haven't got pen and paper, all you have to do is review this, diba? It's simple as that, diba? Okay lang.
Yeah.
All right. Galing from work, kararating lang ni ano yan? Gusto namin malaman kung hindi, Italian, kumbaga sa expertise, labas na sa expertise, out of our parang area of expertise or area of ganyan, no? Or, di ba may expression, area of responsibility are outside. Okay, sorry.
Ang payo ko, Mr. Dwight, wag kang lalabas, no? Mag-ingat ka, no? We don't want you getting sick. Talaga, we will miss you in the Middle East. So don't go. Stay in Derby where it's safe.
At the moment, I don't think it's nice kasi nga mahirapan din ka dahil pwede pang mahawa, no, di ba? Okay lang yan.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess, attorney, no, it's been a wonderful night again, no? At nakakatuwa, no? Yung ating mga kababayan are we're always surprised with new viewers or viewers who have been there but very mum and eventually got the courage to come out, no? So maraming salamat, no? And they also watch it baka sa pension, gusto lang malaman, no? Kung sa pension na pwede ipasa. Okay. And then, i-research natin yan, no? Ano yun natin. Sige. Or pwede natin itanong din kay Attorney Dana yan, no? Kung sakasakali lang. Or dito, anywhere, kung may makuha lang natin ng ano, para immigration at iba pa. Parang gano'n na yan, no? Immigration.
Yeah.
Okay, attorney, okay. Baka, if you have anything na baka meron ka pang mga gustong mensahe, shout-outs, or anything na ano, before we end, sige, attorney, go right ahead.
Yeah, no, look, ito po, I'm so, I know I say this every week, but talaga, I'm so humbled and I'm so grateful, no, na you're joining us, and especially, the our new friends, ha? So please, continue and kung meron kayong mga questions, by all means nga, please take part o kaya email me nga. By the way, Miss Manalo, kung nanonood ka nga, my apologies, I've not replied to yet, but I will certainly do so by tomorrow. Hindi ko pa nakalimutan, but I'm just I just have not had time, but I will reply to you by tomorrow yung sa question mo. But absolutely, kung meron kayong mga questions, email me. Ang email ko po, yung kabatbat@douglas2s, no? Tapos _simon.com. Better to email me rather than to call nga. Kung gusto niyo email ko in Tagalog, hindi nga din po problema. And I'm so grateful for the time that you've given us again, no? It's I'm so looking forward to next Thursday. Actually, next Thursday maybe pag-usapan nga natin yung the travel restrictions, because that's also changed. So maybe let's do that, Sonny. No, let's talk about the travel restrictions and immigration. I think that's probably quite helpful sa mga kababayan natin, no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, travel restrictions.
Oh, travel restrictions for next week. We maganda yan, no? Ano to? Mga bumabati sa ating happy weekend to you both and everyone, and stay safe, sabi ni Emily and Rafael. Mga pahabol natin na mga pagbati. Tapos si May Tigbao Vargas, no? Sabi niya Sabi niya, thank you and stay safe po. God bless everybody. See you next Thursday. So kita mo, meron na silang commitment. See you next Thursday. Okay. To everybody pa yun. So parang yung mga kaklase niya, classmates niya na who are watching us, kasi parang school to, no? Ikaw ang teacher namin. Ako naman yung ako yung parang parang janitor. Parang gano'n din. Parang linis mo na ng classroom, attorney. Ayan, ready na ba kayo, mga students? Ayan, so it's gonna be another session, no? Sabi nga ni Happy Independence Day, sabi ni Emily and Rafael to all on Saturday, June 12. Meron na nga pala, ang embassy nga pala, meron silang, hindi ko alam kung special people or limited lang yung invitation, kasi I was invited by the embassy to be doon sa pangalan to? Pero virtual celebration of the Philippine independence. So, ayan. So, invitado kasi yung mga nasa media. Ito sabi ni Edgar Duway, ako daw ang principal. No? Ikaw ang teacher.
Absolutely. Tama ka, Mr. Duway. Yun na nga.
Taga-bura ako ng blackboard ni Professor LIRA Simon CABATBAT. Para bago magsimula ang klase at mga paglilinaw sa batas ng immigration, malinis na yung blackboard. So, ayan. As always, katulad din sinasabi ni Attorney, tuwan-tuwa ho kami. We're so excited. We're humbled, like we say. Always say na dahil nandiyan kayo and you're keeping us company, and we know that you're there and truly watching us and being a part of our program. So, ingat din ho kayo. It's Thursday. Effectively, it's weekend na ho. No? When end of mga Thursday, parang ganyan na, almost weekend na. So, we wish you a happy weekend. Always stay safe and well. Wag ko kayong magpapabaya, no? At if you don't have to travel really, yung importante, then you have to forgo it for the time being, no? And you take care. So sa ngalan ni Attorney Lira Simon CABATBAT, ito po si SONNY LARAGAN nagsasabing thank you very much sa inyong walang sawang pagsubaybay. Keep safe and healthy and well. Bye-bye. Ingat.
Sa World Remit, naiintindihan namin ang iyong paglalakbay. Na minsan, kailangan lumayo upang makamit ang tagumpay. With ways to save more, when you send more, World Remit is here for you. So you can be there for them.